We often hear the phrase, "The words we speak have power." But what does that truly mean in the context of manifesting wealth? The truth is, language is one of the most powerful tools you can use to shape your reality. In fact, how we speak directly influences our financial destiny. Whether we are aware of it or not, our words are constantly creating our circumstances. And that includes our wealth. When you observe the ultra-rich, the one thing they have in common is their language. They do not speak in terms of limitation or lack. They don't say, "I can't afford this," or "money is tight." Instead, they speak in terms of abundance and possibility. They have mastered the art of speaking in alignment with the prosperity they desire. This mastery of language isn't just a habit, it's a conscious choice. The ultra-wealthy understand something that many of us overlook. Wealth is not just about what you do, it's about what you say. The words we speak are vibrations that send out energy to the universe. That energy, in turn, shapes our reality. If you are constantly saying things like, "I'll never have enough," or "money is hard to come by," then that is exactly the reality you are creating. On the other hand, when you speak words of abundance, prosperity, and opportunity, you are aligning with the universal laws of wealth that are always at work, waiting for you to tap into them. The power of language goes beyond just the words we say aloud. It also includes the thoughts we think and the internal dialogue we carry. Every time you say, "I don't deserve this," or "I'm not good enough to be wealthy," you are reaffirming a limited identity that blocks the flow of abundance into your life. But when you choose to say, "I am worthy of abundance," or "money flows to me easily and effortlessly," you are aligning with the truth of your divine inheritance, a birthright to live in prosperity. In this video, we are going to explore how to use the power of language to manifest the wealth you desire. This is not just about changing your words, it's about shifting your entire mindset. It's about recognizing that your language is the key to unlocking the financial freedom you've always dreamed of. Now, I want to encourage you to take an important first step. This is more than just a passive learning experience. This is an invitation for you to commit to a transformation. From this moment forward, commit to changing the way you speak about wealth, opportunity, and prosperity. The words you choose will no longer be a reflection of scarcity or lack. Instead, they will reflect the truth of abundance that is already yours. Type in the comments below, "I am ready to speak wealth into existence." By declaring this, you are setting the intention to align with the language of abundance. You are committing to a new way of speaking that will transform your reality. This isn't just about words. It's about preparing your mindset for the abundance that's waiting to come into your life. As we move forward, you will begin to see how the language you use can quickly shift your financial reality, bringing you closer to the life you've always dreamed of. Are you ready to speak wealth into existence? Let's dive in and explore how the language of the ultra-rich can unlock the doors to your financial prosperity. The first divine secret to unlocking wealth is simple yet profound. The law of the word. Florence Scovel Shinn, a pioneer in spiritual prosperity teachings, understood something vital: words create reality. This law teaches us that the words we speak shape not only our lives but also our financial outcomes. What we speak today becomes the reality we live tomorrow. Words are not just sounds that pass through the air. They are powerful vibrations that the universe listens to and responds to. Every word you speak carries with it energy. That energy can either open doors to prosperity or close them. It can draw wealth toward you or push it away. So the way you speak about money, abundance, and prosperity plays a huge role in determining your financial reality. If you've been unconsciously speaking words of limitation and lack, you've been unknowingly blocking the flow of wealth into your life. But when you begin to speak words of abundance, wealth, and opportunity, you begin to align with the divine flow of prosperity that's always available to you. Think about the words that the ultra-wealthy speak. The ultra-rich do not speak in terms of lack. They do not say, "I can't afford that," or "money is tight." Instead, they speak with authority and confidence, as if wealth is an inevitable part of their reality. When they speak about money, they don't say, "I hope I can make more money." They say, "Money flows to me easily and effortlessly," or "I attract wealth with every decision I make." They understand that words are not just expressions of thought, they are commands to the universe. When you speak words that align with the universe's abundance, the universe responds by bringing more of that into your life. This is why, as Shinn teaches, the ultra-rich speak in a way that reflects their beliefs in their worth and abundance. They have learned to command wealth into their lives through the language they use. And this is something you can do too. Now, let's examine the contrast. How many times have you said, "I can't afford that," or "money is hard to come by"? If you've ever said these words, or thought them, you've inadvertently created a block in your financial flow. Words like these reinforce limitation and scarcity, and the universe, responding to your energy, aligns with that scarcity, bringing more of it into your life. For example, when you say, "I can't afford that," you are not just stating a fact. You are sending out a powerful vibration of lack. The universe hears those words, and it mirrors them by creating situations where money seems hard to come by. This kind of negative speech creates an energy of resistance, and that resistance blocks prosperity. It's like trying to fill a cup that has a hole in it. No matter how much you pour in, it always seems to leak out. However, when you begin to speak words that reflect abundance, like "I have more than enough money," "opportunities for wealth are everywhere," or "money flows to me easily and effortlessly," you begin to align with the universe's flow of prosperity. Your words then act as magnets, drawing wealth into your life because you are in harmony with the truth of abundance that already exists in the universe. Let's pause for a moment and consider something powerful. How often do you find yourself saying things like, "I can't afford that," "I'm broke," or "I'll never be able to save enough"? These words are limiting and negative, and they create an energetic barrier to wealth. Every time you say these things, you reinforce a belief of lack and keep yourself in a state of financial struggle. But the moment you start saying things like, "I am financially abundant," "money flows to me effortlessly," and "I am a magnet for wealth," you begin to shift your reality. Shifting your words is like shifting the channels on a radio. If you're stuck on the station of lack, you can never receive the music of abundance. But the moment you change the channel, the moment you shift your speech to align with the truth of wealth, you begin to hear the symphony of prosperity. The law of the word teaches us that wealth is not something that comes to you by accident or chance. It is a direct result of how you speak. Words are the keys that unlock the doors to abundance, and every time you speak in alignment with divine truth, you open those doors wider. Let me give you a practical example. If you are struggling to make ends meet, rather than focusing on lack, start affirming words of abundance. Instead of saying, "I don't have enough," say, "I have everything I need and more." Speak in terms of plenty, not just in your thoughts, but out loud. Your words become the blueprint for your reality. The more you speak in alignment with abundance, the more the universe will reflect that abundance back to you. The key is consistency. Just like with any other law of the universe, the more consistently you practice the law of the word, the stronger the alignment with wealth becomes. One of the easiest ways to start using the law of the word is by adopting daily affirmations. Repeating positive affirmations out loud trains your mind to focus on prosperity rather than lack. By doing this every day, you reinforce your new belief system that aligns with divine abundance. Start with affirmations like, "Every word I speak creates wealth. Money flows to me with ease. I am worthy of all the wealth the universe has to offer. I speak wealth into my life every day." These affirmations are powerful because they align your subconscious mind with the truth of abundance. As you consistently speak these words, your mind and the universe begin to shift toward the reality you are creating. The more you practice using words of abundance and prosperity, the more quickly wealth will flow into your life. You will find that opportunities appear effortlessly, money comes from unexpected places, and your financial reality begins to change. The words you speak today are the seeds you plant for tomorrow. Now I want to challenge you to take immediate action. For the next 7 days, commit to using positive wealth-affirming words every single day. Whether you're talking about your financial situation to others, speaking to yourself, or even just thinking about money, start speaking in terms of abundance. I invite you to comment below with the affirmation, "Every word I speak creates wealth." Say it out loud, feel the energy behind the words, and practice it consistently for 7 days. Watch how your language begins to shift, and with it watch how your financial reality begins to transform. Words are the most powerful tool you have in creating the wealth you desire. Speak abundance, and abundance will flow. Let's take a closer look at one of the most powerful habits of the ultra-wealthy, their language. The way they speak is not by accident, nor is it a result of luck. It is a deliberate choice to speak in alignment with their desired outcome. If you've ever observed the language of the ultra-rich, you'll notice that they speak with certainty, faith, and positive expectation. They do not speak in terms of limitations or barriers. Instead, they use words that are aligned with abundance and prosperity. And it is this language, this vibration of wealth, that attracts opportunities, money, and success. In this section, we are going to explore the language patterns that the ultra-wealthy use to stay aligned with abundance. You'll learn how you can adopt this language into your own life, so that you too can start speaking wealth into existence. One of the core characteristics of the ultra-wealthy is the way they speak with certainty. There is no room for doubt in their language. They know that opportunities will come, they expect that wealth will flow, and they believe that success is their birthright. This certainty is not based on what they currently have, it is based on their unshakable belief in themselves and in the universe's ability to provide for them. Contrast this with the language that most people use. How often do you hear phrases like, "I hope I can make enough money this month. I'm not sure if I can afford that. I'm always struggling to make ends meet." This language is steeped in doubt and fear, and it sets up a vibrational mismatch with the abundance that's available. If you speak like this, your words are sending a message of lack and limitation to the universe, and the universe will reflect that back to you. The language of the ultra-rich, however, speaks in terms of possibility. For example, they say, "I attract opportunities effortlessly. Money comes to me with ease. I am always in the right place at the right time. Abundance is my natural state." Notice how these statements are not framed in terms of hope or wishful thinking. They are statements of certainty. The ultra-wealthy speak as though they are already in possession of the wealth they desire because they know that their words are creating their reality. When you adopt this language, you are sending a message to your subconscious mind and to the universe that you expect wealth to come to you, and this expectation begins to manifest. Let's look at how the ultra-wealthy use positive affirmation to keep their language aligned with abundance. They consistently affirm their wealth and success, often in the form of simple, powerful statements that reinforce their beliefs in their financial success. These affirmations are part of their daily routine, and they serve as a reminder to their subconscious mind that they are worthy of wealth and that wealth is already on its way to them. Here are some examples of the language the ultra-wealthy use. "I attract money and opportunities effortlessly. Wealth flows to me from multiple sources. I am a magnet for prosperity. Every day, in every way, I am getting wealthier." These affirmations work because they are spoken with confidence and expectation. The ultra-wealthy don't say things like, "I hope I will attract wealth." They say, "I am attracting wealth." They speak from a place of knowing that it is already done. Now, let's contrast this with the common language of scarcity and lack. When you speak words of limitation, you are reinforcing your belief that there is not enough to go around. Consider phrases like, "I can't afford that. Money is tight. I'll never get ahead. I'm always behind on my bills." These phrases are not just casual remarks, they are energy being sent out to the universe. Words are vibrations that carry weight, and when you speak words of scarcity, you are aligning yourself with the frequency of lack. The universe responds to your words, and what you consistently speak and believe, you begin to experience. Now, contrast that with abundance language. The ultra-rich don't speak like this. Instead, they say, "I always have more than enough. I am open to receiving unlimited wealth. Money comes to me effortlessly and in abundance." These words create a completely different vibration. They are aligned with the universal flow of abundance, and when spoken consistently, they begin to manifest in the physical world. If you want to start speaking like the ultra-rich and manifest wealth in record time, here are some practical steps you can take to change your language. Begin each day by affirming that you are already wealthy. Don't say, "I will be wealthy someday." Say, "I am wealthy now." You can say, "I am attracting wealth in every area of my life. I am a magnet for abundance and success." When you're out in the world, replace words of limitation with words of abundance. Instead of saying, "I can't afford this," Say, I choose to invest in what aligns with my goals. Instead of saying, I'm broke, say, I am in the process of receiving financial blessings. Money is not evil or a source of stress. It is energy. Use empowering language when you speak about money. Money is my servant, and it flows to me easily. I am worthy of financial freedom. As you visualize your wealthy future, use language that reflects that wealth. Don't say, I will have $1 million one day. Say, I am a millionaire. Speak as if it's already true. Believe in the truth of your words and feel the reality of your abundance. I want to challenge you to take immediate action. Start speaking in alignment with abundance today. Comment below with the affirmation, I speak wealth into existence, and I attract money and opportunities effortlessly. Say these phrases out loud. Feel the power of these words, and practice using them daily for 7 days. Watch as your energy shifts, your mindset transforms, and your financial reality begins to change. When you speak in alignment with abundance, the universe cannot help but respond. Your words create your world, and as you adopt the language of the ultra-wealthy, you will begin to see wealth flow into your life in ways you never imagined. The law of vibration is one of the most fundamental principles of the universe, and it plays a central role in your ability to manifest wealth. This law teaches us that everything in the universe is made of energy, including our thoughts, feelings, and words. Every word we speak is a form of energy that carries a specific frequency, and this frequency aligns with the vibration we send out into the world. So if you want to align with wealth, you must start by aligning your words with the energy of prosperity. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt the energy shift? Maybe you walked into a space where people were laughing, feeling upbeat, and you felt a sense of positivity. Or perhaps you've walked into a room where tension and negativity were palpable, and it felt as if the air was thick with struggle. This is the energy of the words being spoken around you. Every word carries its own frequency, and this energy can affect everything around it. Just like everything else in the universe, words are a type of vibration. When you speak, you send out a signal to the universe. The words you choose are either elevating your energy and aligning you with wealth, or they are holding you in a state of lack, limitation, and struggle. The ultra-wealthy understand the power of vibration. They know that their words carry a specific frequency, one that resonates with abundance and success. This is why their language is always in alignment with prosperity, not scarcity. They speak words like, I am a magnet for wealth. Opportunities come to me effortlessly, and money flows into my life in abundance. These words are aligned with a high vibrational frequency of success, and as a result, the universe responds by bringing more wealth into their lives. Let's look at the energy difference between words that represent lack and words that represent abundance. Words like struggle, lack, hardship, and impossible are all low-frequency words. When you speak these words, you align yourself with the energy of resistance. The universe picks up on these words and sends more situations of struggle into your life. You might find that no matter how hard you work, money seems difficult to earn, or opportunities seem to slip through your fingers. On the other hand, words like prosperity, abundance, effortless, and overflow are high-frequency words. When you speak these words, you are aligning yourself with the energy of openness and flow. The universe picks up on these words and responds by bringing more opportunities, resources, and success into your life. The energy you send out is matched by the universe, bringing you exactly what you are speaking into existence. So how can you raise your vibration with the power of words? It's simple. Choose words that resonate with the energy of wealth. Start by paying attention to the language you use when you talk about money, success, and opportunity. Are you speaking in terms of lack and scarcity, or are you speaking in terms of prosperity and abundance? Here are a few ways to raise your vibration through language. If you catch yourself saying things like, I can't afford this, or I don't have enough, replace them with empowering statements like, I am attracting wealth and abundance every day. Money flows to me effortlessly. I always have more than enough to meet my needs and desires. The ultra-rich always see money as a tool for opportunity. Instead of saying, I have to work hard for money, start saying, I attract opportunities that bring me abundance. This small change in language opens the door to new possibilities and aligns you with the energy of wealth. Speak wealth into existence daily. Say, I am a magnet for prosperity. I am worthy of all the wealth I desire, and every day in every way I am becoming richer and richer. These affirmations help to shift your internal vibration and keep you aligned with the flow of money and abundance. The more you speak with gratitude for the money you already have, the more money will flow into your life. Instead of complaining about your financial situation, start saying, I am grateful for the money I have, and I am open to receiving more. Gratitude raises your vibration and sends out a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready for more. When you're talking with others, use language that reflects prosperity. For example, instead of saying, times are tough, say, I am creating a life of abundance. This shifts not only your energy, but the energy of everyone around you, helping to keep you aligned with the flow of wealth. Words are not just powerful, they are magnetic. When you speak words of abundance, you are sending out a vibration that attracts wealth and opportunity. Think of your words as a magnet that pulls in the experiences, people, and opportunities that align with your desires. The more you speak in alignment with prosperity, the stronger that magnetic pull becomes, bringing more wealth into your life. Here are a few examples of abundance-based language. I attract new opportunities for wealth every day. Money flows into my life from multiple sources. I am worthy of a life filled with abundance and freedom. These words help you step into the frequency of wealth and draw it into your life. By speaking with the belief that wealth is already yours, you send out a signal to the universe that you are aligned with the energy of abundance. To fully grasp the power of words, let's revisit the contrast between lack and abundance in language. When you speak in terms of lack, the universe responds by giving you more of the same. You will attract more situations that feel limiting and restrictive because that is the energy you are sending out. But when you speak in terms of abundance, the universe responds by opening up opportunities for wealth to flow into your life. The energy you send out becomes a magnet for more of the same, more abundance, more opportunities, and more financial freedom. You will start to see that the words you speak create the life you live, and when you choose to speak abundance, wealth will come naturally. I challenge you to take immediate action. For the next 7 days, commit to speaking words of wealth and abundance every day. Catch yourself when you speak words of scarcity and replace them with words of prosperity. Begin with these affirmations. I align my words with divine wealth. Every word I speak creates wealth. Speak these words out loud, feel their power, and notice how your vibration begins to shift. Comment below with the affirmation, I align my words with divine wealth, and make a commitment to practice this daily. Let the energy of these words shift your reality and align you with the abundance that is waiting for you. When you speak the language of abundance, you align with the frequency of wealth. Your words create your reality, and when you choose to speak wealth into existence, you are inviting prosperity into your life. The second divine secret to manifesting wealth is rooted in one of the most powerful spiritual laws, the law of faith. Florence Scovel Shinn, in her timeless teachings, makes it clear that faith is the cornerstone of financial manifestation. Simply put, your faith in the power of your words is what allows them to create the wealth you desire. The ultra-rich understand this concept deeply. They speak with unwavering confidence and faith in their financial success, knowing that their words are not only powerful but are a direct command to the universe. Faith is the foundation upon which all wealth is built. Without faith, words alone will not work. But when you combine the power of words with the unwavering belief that those words will manifest, you align with the flow of abundance. It's not enough to simply speak the right words, you must believe that those words will bring your desires into reality. Faith is more than just an abstract belief. It is the assurance that your words will work. It's a deep knowing in your soul that when you speak with certainty, the universe responds. Without faith, your words are like seeds planted on rocky ground. They have no chance to take root. With faith, your words are like seeds planted in fertile soil, ready to grow into a harvest of abundance. The ultra-wealthy speak with an unwavering belief that everything they say will come true. They do not doubt their ability to create wealth through their words. For them, wealth is not a question of if, it is a question of when. They speak as though their financial success is already guaranteed, and that confidence is reflected in their words. Their words are the blueprint of their prosperity, and they trust that the universe will bring those blueprints to life. For example, a successful entrepreneur might say, Every day, I am attracting new opportunities that lead to financial growth. They say it with certainty, knowing that their words are already bringing those opportunities into their life. Contrast this with someone who speaks in terms of doubt. I don't know if I will ever be successful. I hope I can make enough money. These words come from a place of uncertainty, and the universe responds accordingly by sending uncertainty back into their life. Faith in your words is not just about saying the right things, it is about believing that your words have the power to shape your reality. Let's take a moment to compare the energy of speaking in faith versus speaking in fear or doubt. Fear and doubt are powerful forces that block the flow of abundance. When you speak from a place of fear, when you say things like "I'll never make enough money," or "money is always a struggle for me," you are aligning yourself with lack and scarcity. Fear-driven words send a vibration to the universe that says, "I am not worthy of wealth," and in return, the universe reflects that belief by keeping wealth out of your reach. On the other hand, when you speak in faith, you are aligning yourself with divine abundance. Faith is the trust that what you say will come to pass. And when you speak with that certainty, the universe responds by aligning your reality with your words. The difference between speaking in faith and speaking in doubt is the difference between attracting abundance and pushing it away. For example, let's say you are facing financial difficulties. If you speak from a place of fear, saying, "I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills this month," you are giving energy to the fear of lack. But if you speak from a place of faith, saying, "I trust that my financial situation is turning around," you are speaking into existence the abundance that you know is already coming to you. Your words are a form of prayer, a divine request to the universe to bring forth the prosperity that aligns with your faith. Now, how can you develop unwavering faith in your ability to speak wealth into existence? It all begins with belief. You must believe that you are worthy of financial abundance and that the universe is always supporting you. The moment you accept that you are capable of attracting wealth through your words, you will begin to see your financial reality shift. One of the most powerful ways to build faith in your words is through affirmations. Affirmations are the practice of speaking your desires out loud, with full faith that they are already on their way to you. The more consistently you repeat your affirmations, the more they sink into your subconscious mind, reinforcing your belief that wealth is already yours. Start by saying affirmations like, "I trust that my words create wealth. Every word I speak brings prosperity into my life. I am aligned with the flow of abundance. Money comes to me in abundance, and I trust that it will continue to flow." As you repeat these affirmations, say them with confidence and conviction. Feel the truth of your words as you say them. When you speak them, imagine the wealth you desire already manifesting in your life. Visualize yourself living a life of financial freedom and abundance. The more you feel the truth of these words, the more your faith will grow. Another powerful tool to build faith is visualization. Take time each day to see yourself already living in abundance. Close your eyes and imagine the lifestyle you want to create. See yourself in your dream home, driving your ideal car, and experiencing the freedom that comes with financial success. As you visualize, speak your affirmations aloud. This combination of mental imagery and spoken words strengthens your belief and aligns your energy with the wealth you are attracting. Faith is not about instant results. It is about trusting that the universe is always working on your behalf, even when you cannot see immediate evidence of your manifestation. The ultra-wealthy know that wealth does not appear overnight. It takes time, patience, and unwavering faith. As you speak your words of abundance, trust that the universe is aligning everything for you. Keep trusting, keep speaking with confidence, and watch how the universe responds in its own perfect timing. Now, I want to challenge you to take immediate action. For the next 7 days, I invite you to commit to speaking with unwavering faith in your financial success. Comment below with the affirmation, "I trust that my words create wealth." Say this affirmation out loud. Feel the power behind it, and repeat it daily for the next week. Notice how your confidence begins to grow and how your financial situation starts to shift. Remember, faith is the key to unlocking your wealth. Trust in the power of your words, and the universe will respond by bringing prosperity into your life. In the journey to manifesting wealth, one of the most powerful and transformative principles is the law of assumption. Florence Scovel Shinn teaches us that we must live as if our desires have already been fulfilled, especially when it comes to wealth. This law is about stepping into the energy of already having what you desire, not waiting for it to appear, but assuming it is already yours. The ultra-rich understand this principle well, and they live by it every day. They don't wait for success to come. They assume. They don't hope for wealth. They believe it is already their reality, and their actions reflect that belief. The law of assumption teaches that wealth and success are not something that will arrive someday in the future. Instead, they are already available to you, and the moment you assume your wealth, you begin to align with the universe's flow of abundance. This law is incredibly powerful because it aligns your mindset, language, and actions with the reality you want to create, as if it is already in existence. When you live as though you are already wealthy, your mindset shifts. You stop thinking of wealth as something to be attained in the future, and instead you start acting and thinking as though it's already yours. The ultra-wealthy are not waiting for something to happen. They act from a place of certainty that success and prosperity are already theirs. They speak confidently about their wealth. They make decisions with the mindset of a wealthy person, and they carry themselves with the certainty that everything they desire is already part of their life. Take a moment to think about this contrast. When you are waiting for wealth, you are in the energy of lack. Waiting for something implies that you don't already have it, and that's the vibration you send out into the universe. You're telling the universe, I'm not ready yet, I'm still waiting for something to change. But when you assume your wealth, you step into the energy of already having it. You align yourself with confidence, and the universe responds by matching your energy. For example, when you assume your wealth, you stop saying things like, I'll be successful one day, or I hope money will come my way. Instead, you say, I am a wealthy person now, and you start acting as if your financial success is a reality today, not some distant dream. The ultra-wealthy make this assumption constantly. They don't question whether or not wealth is available to them. They know it is, and because they know it's available, they speak, think, and act from the position of already being wealthy. Now let's look at the energy of waiting versus the energy of assuming. The energy of waiting comes from a place of uncertainty and lack. You wait for external circumstances to change before you allow yourself to feel wealthy. You think, I'll feel wealthy once I make enough money, or I'll start living like I'm wealthy once I have more money in the bank. The energy of assumption, on the other hand, is the energy of certainty. When you assume wealth, you are not waiting for external circumstances to change. You are making the internal decision to live as though you are already living in abundance. You no longer allow your current financial situation to dictate how you think, act, or feel. You begin to think, speak, and act as the person who already has everything they desire. The moment you assume that wealth is already yours, you begin to attract wealth, because your actions are aligned with abundance. You don't sit and wait for opportunities to appear. You actively seek and create them, because you know they are already yours. When you assume the identity of a wealthy person, you step into the vibration of abundance, and the universe has no choice but to reflect that back to you. To start living as though you are already wealthy, you must first assume the identity of a wealthy person. The ultra-rich have mastered the art of living as if their wealth is already realized. They don't talk about money in a fearful or uncertain way. They talk about it confidently, knowing that wealth is an integral part of their life. The same can be true for you, but first, you must make a conscious decision to step into this identity. Here are a few key steps to help you assume the identity of a wealthy person. The first step is to start using wealthy language. Begin saying things like, I am a magnet for abundance. Money comes to me effortlessly, and I am worthy of limitless wealth. Avoid language that reflects scarcity or doubt. Whenever you speak about money, opportunities, or success, speak as though you already possess it. Close your eyes and visualize yourself living in the abundance you desire. Imagine yourself already living in the home you dream of, driving the car you want, traveling freely, and experiencing financial freedom. As you visualize, feel the emotions of already having that wealth. Feel the joy, the freedom, the security of living in abundance. The more vivid and real this visualization feels, the more aligned you become with the wealth you desire. Start making decisions like a wealthy person would. How would a millionaire respond to a financial opportunity? How would they spend their money? What kind of choices would they make? Begin living as though you are already that person. This doesn't mean being reckless with money, but it does mean making decisions with the confidence of someone who already has abundance. Wealth can't flow to you if you are holding on to limited beliefs and scarcity. You must create space for abundance to enter your life by releasing any thoughts, habits, or beliefs that are aligned with lack. Start by decluttering your mind and your environment. Let go of the belief that you are not good with money or that wealth is hard to come by. Release those limitations and open the door for abundance to flow in. The ultra-rich surround themselves with people and things that reflect wealth. If you want to live as if you are already wealthy, you must surround yourself with the same. Invest in quality items, enrich your environment with beauty and luxury, and spend time with people who inspire you to be your best self. The more you immerse yourself in an environment of wealth, the more you begin to embody that energy. Now, I challenge you to take immediate action. For the next 7 days, I invite you to live as if you are already wealthy. Speak as though you are already living in abundance. Think as if wealth is already yours, and act as the person who already has everything they desire. Comment below with the affirmation, "I assume my wealth is already here," and commit to living in the energy of wealth for the next 7 days. Notice how your mindset shifts and how the universe responds to your assumption of abundance. Living as if you are already wealthy is the most powerful way to manifest wealth in record time. Step into the energy of abundance and watch how quickly prosperity flows to you. One of the most important spiritual laws of wealth manifestation is the law of circulation. This law teaches us that wealth is energy, and like any energy, it must flow freely to continue expanding. Wealth is not a finite resource, it is a dynamic force that flows into and out of your life. To truly align with the flow of abundance, you must understand the power of giving and receiving. The ultra-rich understand this law intimately, which is why they consistently engage in activities that promote the circulation of wealth. Whether it's through giving, investing, or sharing, they make sure that money is always in motion. And in doing so, they ensure that wealth continues to flow into their lives. In contrast, most people operate with a scarcity mindset. They hold on to their money tightly, afraid that if they give or invest, they will lose it. This fear of loss keeps money stagnant, preventing it from growing or circulating back into their lives. But when you embrace the law of circulation, you open the flow of wealth and activate a constant cycle of giving and receiving. In this section, we will explore how the ultra-wealthy use the law of circulation to their advantage, and how you can apply it in your own life to manifest abundance quickly. The law of circulation is rooted in the idea that wealth is meant to flow. Money is not meant to be hoarded or tightly controlled. It is meant to move through your life, creating opportunities, relationships, and resources. The key to this flow is giving. The ultra-wealthy understand that money is a tool for creating value and that the more you give, the more the universe will send back to you in return. They do not hoard money out of fear or control. They invest in opportunities, donate to causes they believe in, and share their wealth with others. This generous mindset creates a constant circulation of wealth, ensuring that money continues to flow into their lives. Generosity is at the heart of the law of circulation. When you give freely, whether it's through tithing, charitable donations, or investments, you are sending a signal to the universe that you trust in the flow of abundance. This act of giving creates an energetic exchange, where the universe responds by multiplying your wealth. This is why the ultra-rich understand the importance of investing in themselves, whether it's through education, self-development, or business venture. They see money as a tool for growth, and by circulating their wealth, they create more opportunities for it to flow back to them. Contrast this mindset of circulating wealth with the energy of hoarding. People who hoard their money operate from a place of fear. Fear of losing it, fear of not having enough. They cling tightly to their money, believing that if they give or invest it, they will be left with less. This fear of loss creates blockages in the flow of wealth. Money, like all energy, must flow freely in order to grow. When you hoard it, you block its natural movement, and as a result, it becomes stagnant. The ultra-wealthy do not operate from a place of fear. Instead, they understand that the more they give, the more they receive. They trust that wealth is not limited, but is instead a continuous flow that is always replenished. They understand the concept of circulating money, which means that when you give, invest, or share, you are actually creating space for more wealth to come back to you. This is the key to attracting abundance. Money is energy. It cannot stay stagnant, or it will lose its power. It must move, grow, and circulate. Let's explore how generosity and investing activate the flow of wealth. The ultra-wealthy practice generosity in many forms. They give to others, whether it's through charity, their businesses, or personal relationships. They do not view giving as a loss, but as an investment in the universal flow of abundance. The more they give, the more the universe returns to them. Likewise, they invest in themselves and in their future. Whether it's through education, business ventures, or networking, they understand that every dollar they invest is not just an expenditure, it is a seed that will grow and multiply. The law of circulation works when you are willing to put money into motion. When you invest your money in opportunities that align with your values and goals, you are sending out a signal to the universe that you trust in its ability to bring more wealth to you. One of the key principles of the ultra-wealthy is their long-term vision. They do not view money as something to be hoarded or spent recklessly. They see it as a tool for growth, and their investments reflect that. They invest in businesses, properties, stocks, and personal development, all with the belief that their wealth will continue to grow. By circulating their wealth in this way, they ensure that their prosperity continues to expand. Here are a few practical steps you can take to begin circulating your wealth in alignment with divine abundance. One of the most powerful ways to activate the law of circulation is to give. You don't have to start by giving large sums of money, but you can begin by donating to causes you believe in, supporting small businesses, or helping those in need. Generosity creates a flow of energy that comes back to you. Remember, it's not about how much you give, it's about the intention behind it. When you give with love and gratitude, the universe responds in kind. The ultra-wealthy understand that investing in yourself is the best way to circulate wealth. Spend money on your education, skills, and personal growth. This kind of investment pays dividends not just in money, but in confidence, knowledge, and opportunity. You are your greatest asset, and the more you invest in your own development, the more wealth will flow to you. As you begin to circulate your wealth, start looking for opportunities to invest in businesses, stocks, real estate, or other ventures that resonate with your values. When you invest, you are not just spending money, you are putting it to work, creating new avenues for wealth to flow back to you. Gratitude is one of the highest vibrations you can offer to the universe. When you are grateful for the money you have, you align yourself with the energy of abundance. Instead of focusing on lack or what you don't have, shift your focus to what you already have, and express gratitude for it. This will activate the law of circulation and ensure that more wealth flows into your life. Now, I want to challenge you to take action. For the next 7 days, practice circulating your wealth. Give freely, invest in yourself, and look for opportunities to send your money into motion. Start with small steps, and watch how your energy shifts. Comment below with the affirmation, "I circulate my wealth with joy," and commit to practicing this for 7 days. Notice how your mindset begins to shift, and how the universe starts bringing more wealth into your life. When you circulate your wealth with joy, you activate the flow of divine abundance. Money is energy, and when you put it into motion, the universe will respond by sending more back to you. Let go of the fear of loss, and trust that the more you give, the more you will receive. The law of identity is one of the most powerful and often overlooked laws in wealth manifestation. It teaches us that you become who you believe yourself to be. In other words, your identity shapes your reality, especially when it comes to wealth. If you identify as someone who is constantly struggling with money, then that's exactly what you will continue to experience. However, if you identify as a person who is always wealthy, your thoughts, actions, and the opportunities you attract will align with that belief, bringing wealth into your life with ease. The ultra-wealthy understand this concept deeply. They have adopted the identity of a prosperous person, and because of that, they attract wealth naturally. They do not identify with lack, scarcity, or struggle. Instead, they have cultivated a self-concept of abundance and prosperity. The truth is, wealth is not just a matter of actions or circumstances. It is a matter of identity. The moment you decide that you are worthy of wealth and that you embody the energy of prosperity, your reality will begin to shift. Many people operate under the false belief that wealth is something they have to chase. They define themselves as someone who struggles with money, or they see themselves as not good with finances. These limiting beliefs become ingrained in their subconscious mind, and they subconsciously act in ways that keep them in the cycle of financial struggle. But here's the good news. You have the power to change them. You can shift your identity from someone who struggles to someone who is naturally aligned with wealth. To begin adopting the identity of a prosperous person, you must first recognize that your current self-concept is not permanent. It is simply a collection of beliefs and stories that you have accepted as truth. The ultra-wealthy did not always live in abundance. They made the conscious decision to reshape their self-concept and align it with their desires. By doing this, they transformed their reality, and you can do the same. Words play an enormous role in the process of shifting your identity. The language you use is a direct reflection of how you see yourself, and it has the power to either reinforce your current identity or help you create a new one. When you say things like, "I always struggle with money," or "I'm not good with finances," you are reinforcing the identity of someone who is stuck in financial lack. But when you say things like, "I am wealthy, I am always abundant, and I attract opportunities effortlessly," you are aligning your words with your new prosperous identity. The ultra-rich speak words that reflect their self-concept of abundance. They don't say, "I hope to be successful," or "I'll be wealthy one day." Instead, they say, "I am a successful entrepreneur," "I am already living in financial freedom," or "money flows to me effortlessly." This type of language shapes their beliefs, which in turn influences their actions and the opportunities they attract. To adopt the identity of a prosperous person, you must become conscious of your words, shift your thoughts, and align your actions with your new self-concept. Here are practical steps to help you do that. The first step is to change the words you use. Begin speaking in terms of abundance, not lack. If you catch yourself saying, "I can't afford this," change it to "I am financially free, and I choose how I spend my money." If you say "I don't have enough," replace it with "I always have more than enough." Start using words like wealth, abundance, and opportunity in your everyday language. When you speak these words, you align with the vibration of prosperity. Your thoughts are just as important as your words. Pay attention to the self-talk you engage in throughout the day. If your inner dialogue is filled with thoughts of lack or unworthiness, it's time to replace them with thoughts that align with your new identity. Instead of thinking, "I'll never be wealthy," start thinking, "I am worthy of all the wealth the universe has to offer." When you catch yourself thinking a limiting thought, immediately replace it with a thought of abundance. This rewires your brain and helps you internalize your new prosperous identity. The next step is to visualize yourself as a wealthy person. Take time each day to close your eyes and imagine living in financial freedom. Picture yourself enjoying the lifestyle you desire, whether that's traveling the world, living in your dream home, or giving back to others. As you visualize, feel the emotions associated with having wealth. Feel the joy, freedom, and peace that come with financial abundance. The more vivid and real you make this visualization, the more your identity will begin to align with wealth. One of the most powerful ways to assume a new identity is to start acting as the person you want to become. If you want to be someone who attracts wealth, start making decisions that reflect that. For example, wealthy people make financial decisions with confidence. They invest in their future, take calculated risks, and trust that the universe will bring them opportunities. If you're not there yet, start small. Begin by making decisions with the mindset of someone who is already abundant. This could mean investing in your personal growth, purchasing quality items, or taking action toward a new business venture. The more you act in alignment with the identity of a wealthy person, the more that identity becomes your reality. Another key step in adopting the identity of wealth is to surround yourself with abundance. This could mean changing your environment, whether that's upgrading your living space or spending time with people who embody the wealth mindset. The ultra-wealthy surround themselves with people and things that reflect their identity. They are constantly in environments that inspire them to grow and succeed. You can do the same. Surround yourself with positivity, opportunity, and wealth, and you will begin to embody that same energy. Let's pause for a moment and consider the contrast between a poverty identity and a prosperous identity. A person with a poverty identity sees money as something that is hard to come by. They believe they are destined to struggle, and they see themselves as unlucky or unworthy of wealth. This self-concept keeps them stuck in financial scarcity because their actions, thoughts, and words are in alignment with lack. A person with a prosperous identity, however, sees wealth as their birthright. They believe that opportunity and prosperity are always available to them, and they act from a place of confidence and abundance. Their words reflect this identity, and they speak with certainty about their financial success. They see themselves as worthy of wealth, and because they hold this belief, wealth flows effortlessly to them. Now I want to challenge you to make a powerful commitment. For the next 7 days, begin to speak, think, and act as if you are already wealthy. Start using language that reflects abundance. Change your inner dialogue to reflect your new prosperous identity. Visualize yourself living in financial freedom, and begin to make decisions that align with your wealth. Comment below with the affirmation, "I am the channel of divine wealth," and commit to embodying the mindset of a wealthy person for the next 7 days. Watch how your energy begins to shift and how your circumstances begin to change as you fully assume the identity of wealth. You have the power to become the person who attracts wealth effortlessly. The law of identity is a powerful tool, and when you step into the identity of a wealthy person, the universe will begin to reflect that wealth back to you. The path to wealth manifestation is not a one-time effort. It is a consistent, daily practice of aligning with the divine laws of prosperity. Just as physical fitness requires regular exercise to achieve lasting results, so too does manifesting wealth require spiritual discipline and daily commitment. The ultra-wealthy understand that wealth isn't just about large, singular actions. It's about building small, consistent habits that keep them aligned with the flow of abundance every day. In this section, we will explore the importance of daily practices in wealth manifestation and how the ultra-wealthy incorporate these practices into their routine. We will also look at the contrast between consistent and inconsistent efforts and how your daily habits can either accelerate or hinder your ability to manifest financial success. Wealth manifestation is not a destination, it is a journey. It's a journey that requires daily spiritual practices, intentionality, and the willingness to commit to your financial success. The ultra-rich do not simply hope or wish for wealth. They actively work in harmony with divine abundance every single day. Whether it's through daily affirmations, visualization, gratitude, or generosity, they make wealth manifestation a part of their daily routine. The key to wealth manifestation is consistency. The universe does not respond to sporadic bursts of energy. It responds to consistent alignment. If you are only practicing the divine laws of prosperity once in a while, you are not giving the universe a clear signal that you are serious about your abundance. Wealth, like anything else, requires sustained effort. The ultra-wealthy make it a habit to speak words of abundance, visualize their success, and practice gratitude for their wealth daily. This consistency keeps them aligned with the flow of prosperity, ensuring that wealth continues to manifest in their lives. Inconsistent efforts, on the other hand, produce inconsistent results. If you only practice the principles of wealth manifestation on occasion, when you feel like it or when things are going well, you are not creating the consistent energy required to attract wealth. The universe responds to the energy you put out consistently. So when you practice abundance daily, you create a steady rhythm that aligns with the flow of divine prosperity. The ultra-wealthy don't leave their wealth to chance. They are intentional about their success, and they incorporate wealth manifestation practices into their daily routines. Whether they are speaking affirmations, visualizing their goals, or expressing gratitude for their abundance, these practices are non-negotiable for them. For the ultra-wealthy, wealth manifestation is not just a spiritual concept, it is an active, everyday practice. One of the main reasons why the ultra-rich are so successful at manifesting wealth is that they have made wealth manifestation a part of their daily routine. It's not something they do only when they need it or when they remember to do it. It's a constant habit, one that has been ingrained in their minds and hearts. They don't wait for inspiration to strike. They create their own inspiration every day by taking action toward their goals and aligning with abundance. So how can you integrate daily practices into your life to align with the divine laws of prosperity? Here are some practical steps you can take to start manifesting wealth consistently. Begin each day by speaking words of abundance over your life. Say affirmations such as, "I am a magnet for prosperity," Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. Every day, in every way, I am becoming richer and richer. These affirmations set the tone for your day and align your mind with abundance. The more consistently you repeat them, the more they will impress upon your subconscious mind, shaping your reality. Take time every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes, to visualize your financial success. See yourself living in the financial freedom you desire. Picture the lifestyle you want to create. The house, the car, the travel, the experience. Feel the emotions of already living in that abundance. The more vivid and real your visualizations, the more quickly the universe will respond by bringing those desires into your reality. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for wealth manifestation. Start each day by expressing gratitude for the wealth you already have, whether it's financial or not. Gratitude raises your vibration and sends a message to the universe that you are open and ready to receive more. Whether you have $5 or $5,000 in your bank account, gratitude is the key to attracting more. One of the most effective ways to circulate wealth is by giving. Whether it's tithing, making charitable donations, or investing in yourself or others, giving activates the flow of wealth in your life. The ultra-wealthy understand that giving is not a loss, but an investment in the circulation of abundance. The more freely you give, the more you receive in return. Make it a habit to give something every day, even if it's just your time, energy, or a small donation to a cause that resonates with you. Throughout the day, keep your vision of wealth and success at the forefront of your mind. Align your thoughts, actions, and decisions with your goal of financial freedom. When opportunities arise, choose the path that is in alignment with your vision of abundance. Stay focused on what you want, and avoid getting distracted by negative influences or limiting beliefs. Consistency in your vision is key to manifesting wealth. The difference between consistent and inconsistent practices can mean the difference between attracting wealth and remaining in financial struggle. When you practice the divine laws of prosperity daily, you are constantly aligning with the energy of abundance. The universe responds to that consistent energy by bringing you opportunities, resources, and people who are in harmony with your desires. Wealth becomes a natural part of your life because you've made it a habit to focus on abundance every day. In contrast, if you practice these principles sporadically, when you feel inspired or when things are going well, you are sending out inconsistent energy. The universe reflects back that inconsistency by creating situations where wealth seems hard to come by or slow to manifest. Consistent effort is what creates lasting results. Now I challenge you to take immediate action. For the next 7 days, commit to practicing these wealth manifestation habits every day. Speak your affirmations, visualize your success, express gratitude, give freely, and stay aligned with your vision of abundance. Make these practices non-negotiable in your daily routine. Comment below with the affirmation, "I practice the divine laws of wealth every day," and commit to this 7-day challenge. Notice how your mindset shifts and how the universe responds by bringing more opportunities and wealth into your life. Consistency is the key to wealth manifestation. When you commit to daily practices that align with divine abundance, you open the floodgates of prosperity. Let the ultra-wealthy be your inspiration. They didn't get to where they are by wishing for wealth. They got there by practicing abundance every day. You can do the same. As we come to the end of this transformative journey, it's time to make a final commitment, not just to the concepts we've explored, but to living in alignment with divine wealth every single day. The teachings you've learned in this video are not just theoretical ideas. They are practical tools that, when consistently applied, can dramatically shift your financial reality. Let's take a moment to recap the key principles we've covered. First, we discussed the immense power of language in wealth manifestation. The words you speak shape your reality. When you speak with certainty, faith, and abundance, you align with the divine flow of prosperity. Your words are not mere sounds. They are vibrations that send a message to the universe, and the universe responds by reflecting those vibrations back to you. The ultra-rich have mastered the art of speaking wealth into existence, and now you have the tools to do the same. Next, we delved into the law of faith, the unwavering trust in your words and in the universe's ability to bring your desires into reality. Faith is not just belief, it's the assurance that when you speak wealth, it must come. The ultra-wealthy operate from a place of absolute certainty, and this certainty is what propels them to success. When you speak with faith, your words carry a powerful force, and wealth begins to flow into your life. We also explored the law of assumption, where we learned that the ultra-wealthy don't wait for wealth to show up. They assume it's already theirs. They live in the energy of already having everything they desire. They speak, act, and think as if success and wealth are inevitable. By adopting this mindset, you step into the vibration of abundance, and the universe responds by bringing you what you've already assumed. We then discussed the law of circulation, where wealth must flow freely in and out of your life. The ultra-wealthy understand that giving, investing, and circulating money activates the flow of wealth. They don't hoard their money out of fear, they circulate it, knowing that doing so opens the doors for more wealth to return to them. You too can embrace this law by giving freely and investing in yourself and your future. Finally, we explored the law of identity, which teaches us that we must become the identity of wealth. If you want to attract abundance, you must first see yourself as worthy of it. The ultra-wealthy do not identify with struggle or lack. Instead, they identify with abundance, prosperity, and success. They speak, think, and act as prosperous people do, and in doing so, they manifest wealth effortlessly. Now that you've learned these divine laws, it's time to take full responsibility for your financial reality. Wealth is not something that happens to you by chance. It is something you create through your words, your beliefs, and your actions. You are the creator of your financial future, and it is up to you to align with the principles of abundance. The key to wealth manifestation is taking consistent, deliberate action. By speaking words of prosperity, aligning your thoughts with abundance, and trusting in divine timing, you are actively creating your desired reality. The universe is always ready to provide for you, but it requires your consistent alignment with these divine laws. Remember, wealth is not just a matter of luck or circumstance, it is a matter of alignment. You must align with the flow of abundance, trust in your ability to manifest, and embody the identity of a wealthy person. The ultra-wealthy did not get to where they are by waiting for wealth to come. They aligned with abundance, took action, and trusted that the universe would support them. Now it's time for you to step into this alignment fully. Commit to this process of daily spiritual practice. Trust in the divine flow of wealth, and assume the identity of a wealthy person. The universe will respond in kind, bringing you everything you need to manifest your financial desires. As we wrap up, I invite you to make a final commitment to your financial success. Say this affirmation aloud with conviction. I am aligned with divine prosperity every day. Repeat this affirmation to yourself daily, and let it become the foundation of your new financial reality. Speak it with certainty, knowing that as you align with divine abundance, wealth must follow. The universe is already ready to support you, but it is your responsibility to step into the flow. Now I challenge you to take action. Comment below with the affirmation, I am aligned with divine prosperity every day. Make the commitment to apply the divine laws consistently in your life, and watch as your financial reality begins to shift. Over the next 7 days, practice speaking, thinking, and acting as though you are already wealthy. Observe the changes that occur in your life as you align with divine abundance. This is just the beginning of your journey into divine wealth. The laws of prosperity are always at work, and as you align with them, you will see your financial reality transform. Continue practicing these laws every day, and your wealth will grow, just as the ultra-wealthy have done. If you found value in this video, I encourage you to share it with others who are on their own journey to manifesting wealth. Subscribe for more spiritual wealth teachings, and continue learning how to live in alignment with the divine flow of prosperity. Remember, wealth is already yours. All you need to do is step into alignment with the abundance that is waiting for you. Trust the process, speak with confidence, and watch as your financial breakthrough unfolds. As we come to the conclusion of this transformative journey, I want to offer a powerful spiritual blessing to each and every one of you. I affirm with full faith that you are worthy of divine wealth. You are deserving of all the abundance that the universe has to offer, and it is already yours. Wealth is not a distant dream or something that is far beyond your reach. It is here, now, in this very moment, and it is only a matter of aligning with the universal flow of prosperity. Know this, Wealth is already within your grasp. It is not something you need to chase or wait for. It is a birthright, a divine inheritance that is waiting to be fully realized in your life. You have the power to step into this abundance at any moment. The universe is already providing you with the opportunities, resources, and energy you need to manifest financial success. The only thing required is for you to align with divine laws, and you've already taken the first step by committing to these teachings. I bless you with the understanding that wealth is not about struggle, it is about alignment. It is not about working harder, it is about working in harmony with the divine laws of prosperity. I affirm that as you continue to speak abundance into your life, trust in divine timing, and live in alignment with these Euros laws, your financial breakthrough is inevitable. You are a vessel of divine prosperity, and as you continue to embody the mindset of abundance, the universe will reflect that back to you in magnificent ways. Trust that the flow of wealth is already moving toward you. Trust that everything you need is being aligned in perfect timing. You are ready to step into your new life of financial freedom and abundance, and the universe is ready to support you. I now offer you this final blessing for prosperity. May your path be illuminated with opportunities that bring you closer to the life of abundance you desire. May you always have more than enough love, more than enough health, and of course, more than enough wealth. May your heart be open to receiving, and may your mind be clear and aligned with the truth of your divine inheritance. You are wealthy, you are abundant, and your wealth is already here. Take this blessing into your heart and carry it with you as you continue your journey toward financial prosperity. Your destiny is already in motion, and the universe is supporting you every step of the way. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to share this video with others who are on their own journey of spiritual wealth manifestation. Subscribe to stay connected with continued teachings on how to align with divine prosperity and manifest the wealth you deserve. Remember, wealth is not something you need to chase. It is already yours. Now step into it. Speak it, live it, and believe it, for your wealth is already here. Thank you for your participation, and may abundance flow effortlessly into your life.